This meeting of the Rutherford County School Board will come to order. Leading us in our pledge tonight will be the Roy Waldron Elementary School Drama Group.
They might do that every day.
Very well done, ladies and gentlemen. We would ask that you would join the board in a moment of silence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Approval of the agenda. Of course, we met Tuesday night, also Wednesday night with the budget. Mr. Hodge and Mr. Estes. Again, we had further discussion on the agenda. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Before we move into approval of the consent agenda, if the board would not mind me suspending the rules and allowing Kathy Farrell, who we've had with us several times over the years, who is coordinator with St. Thomas Rutherford Mobile Health Unit, to address the board, and we'll be voting on that here in just a bit. So, Ms. Farrell, if you would come be with us again, thank you.
Thank you, and I love coming this time of year because there's always something to celebrate and something wonderful. So thank you very much to the board and then to the staff that's here as well. Just on behalf of the hospital, we really want to say thank you to Rutherford County Schools for your support of this work. So I operate the mobile health unit that brings services directly out into the community, mental health and physical health services out into the community to those neighbors of ours that are not able to access health care for whatever reason, whether it be transportation or financial barriers. And so the school system graciously allows us to partner with them. And really our primary hub of service in Rutherford County Schools is Smyrna Middle School. Steve Luker is phenomenal. We just had a conversation about that to work with, and his staff, front office staff, is really unparalleled. And then Kim Snell, I'm so glad, is in the room. We're able to partner with her and her Atlas liaisons throughout the system. Sarah Delbridge, and then Karen Metter and Tommy Barrett. We just can't say enough, and Clara Rodriguez. We get a number of referrals from those folks. Smyrna is a great location for us because it's right in the middle of the county. During the summer, we do go to every single middle school because of the 7th grade immunization compliance requirements. We want to make sure that we're in everybody's neighborhood so that everybody has an opportunity to receive that care for free if they need to. Because of you all, we served about just under 8,000 individuals, and this particular MOU that you all are talking about tonight allows us to bring health care not just to your students but to their families as well, because if we're looking at children that don't receive services, I guarantee you their parents don't either. And so it's been really wonderful to have children come on the unit but be able to provide care for their entire family as well. So just really wanted to say thank you on behalf of the hospital.
Pleased to have you tonight.
I did share with her before the meeting. I was at Smyrna Middle this week, and Mr. Luker actually brought up to me, he said, "Do you know that the St. Thomas Health Unit comes every other Friday?" I think he said, "We really like having them here, and our parents are really reacting to it." So I just had to share that with her. He initiated that himself, and how much he appreciated it and his family. So thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Glad. Okay, approval of the consent agenda. Mr. Young?
Second.
Mr. Holliday, further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Joyce, no visitors tonight? Well, none that are speaking. We have a few that's going to perform here in just a second. Mr. Odom, we have a
We
presentation.
do. I'd like to, well, let me kind of do a little bit of this here at the first. If I could get Mr. Boyd and Mr. Parker to come up front from State Farm. I'm here before the mic, but I'm going to come around in just a second. What we want to do tonight is recognize State Farm because recently they just donated 300 flat panel LCDs to Rutherford County Schools, thousands of dollars worth of equipment, 21-inch, really nice. We don't even usually buy that large ones. So it's a really nice donation that for the taxpayers' benefit, you save taxpayers and schools some monies and also helped our students in that. And we got a plaque, and we'll share that, but I want to add something else. State Farm is such a great corporate partner, and especially in the education world for all of Rutherford County. But I can't say how many years you've also sponsored the Business Education Partnership, which is the 2-week summer business camp that our students can attend. Free of charge, no tuition, and you've been doing this for I don't know how many years. So in many, many ways, State Farm has returned so much to this community. So we want to give you an award for that tonight. Okay? Come on, Mr. Blair. With our greatest appreciation, we hereby present State Farm Insurance with this recognition for your ongoing commitment and contributions to the Rutherford County School System. Presented by Rutherford County Board of Education, April 2016, Marvin D. Odom, Director of Schools, Wayne R. Blair, Board Chairman, Terry Hodge, Vice Chairman, Jim Estes, Aaron Holliday, Jeff Jordan, Lisa Moore, and Corey Young. Mr. Chairman, I'll let you actually do the presentation.
All right. Thank you so much. We really
so grateful.
appreciate it.
Your partnership.
It's,
Thank you.
We've had kids come through the Rutherford County school system, and it's just such an important part of our community to be able to help participate in donate furniture and monitors and all different kinds of stuff we've done over the years. So it's just been a great pleasure and a great partnership between our school system. Thank you very, very much.
Appreciate your
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
board members. Every year, budget and dollars are so critical to us, and when we have a corporate partner like yourself to share something like this with us, it not only helps us as a board, but does so much for our students, and I'm sure our funding body is also very grateful too. So again, thank you so very much. Just your commitment to community is inspiring. Thank you. Okay. Again, thank you. Okay. Another wonderful opportunity. Number 8.
Spotlight on education. Mr. Scott Coulter, would you come up to the mic? He is an administrator from Roy Waldron tonight. Dr. O'Kane's here too, but I'll yield and let you make the introduction for us tonight.
Okay,
Please, sir.
Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for having us here. This is our drama team from Roy Waldron School. They're headed up with Dr. O'Kane and several other adults that help her throughout the year. These kids work really extremely hard, and they're really anxious to show you a little bit of what they're going to do this weekend at Laverne Middle. I believe Dr. O'Kane will
Come up to the
speak
mic.
more to that. But I think they're performing this weekend at Laverne Middle. But for the record, I would like to say thank you to Carrie Holman for allowing us to use Laverne Middle for the past several years for this. And thank you to the board, because next year we hope to use our own stage at our own.
We're very excited. This is the 12th show that we've done. We work with Disney and iTheatrics in New York City. And this year we're presenting The Lion King Kids. It's a 45-minute production, and this is our cast. They do change. Almost all of the children have multiple parts. So obviously they're not changing for you today. It's just a little 12-minute little snippet for you. But if you are interested in the full show, hopefully you've received in the mail from us some information about our show. It's April 28th and 29th at Laverne Middle at 7 p.m. And we'd love to have you all come out and support our team. It's a great bunch of children. Are you ready for us?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So we have 4 songs for you today.
Under the rule of the great King Mufasa, the Proud Lands were a happy and prosperous place.
However, there's one who is discontent.
The king's brother had darkness in his soul.
And the news of the Lion Cub's birth made him terribly jealous.
Life's not fair, is it? I shall never be king, and you shall not live to see another guard. The Robin Island at the presentation of Simba. Oh, that was today. It was simply awful. Must have slipped my mind.
As the king's brother, you should have been first in line.
I was first in line till little Hairball was born. And how about my son, your future king? Oh, I shall practice my courage. Don't turn your back on me, Scar. Temper, temper. I wouldn't dream of it. What am I going to do with him?
Well, sire, he would make a very handsome thoroughbred.
God, Blue.
And just think, when he gets dirty, he can come out and beat him. Hey, Nala. Hi, Simba. I just heard about this great place. Come on. Better not be any place lame. An elephant graveyard. Wow. Oh, just look. two little seeds of romance blossoming in the savannah. And one day, you two will be married. Yuck! Ew! I can't marry her. She's my friend. Yeah, it would be too weird. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but some traditions going back generations. Well, when I'm king, that will be the first thing to go. Not so long as I'm around. Well, in that case, you're fired.
That lousy Mufasa, I won't be able to sit for a week.
If it weren't for those pushy lions, we'd be running the joint.
Oh, surely you are not all that bad. Oh, Scar, it's just you. You surrounded by idiots and practically gift wrapped those cups for you.
Well, you know, they weren't exactly alone, Scar.
Yeah, what were we supposed to do? Kill Mufasa?
Precisely.
I never thought I'd be this sensitive. You're cruel and unspeakable. But maybe you would live protect. If ally is my vision. sorry. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Welcome to our humble road. Gee, I'm starved. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole zebra. Yeesh, listen, kid, if you're gonna live with us, you gotta eat like us. Ew, what's that? A grub. Gross. Slimy, yet satisfying. I'm telling you, kid, this is a great life. No rules, no responsibilities, and best of all, no worries. One for you. Enjoy. Okay, here goes. Hakuna Matata. Slimy, yet satisfying. That's it! Hakuna Matata. 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 Hakuna. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. We say Hakuna. We say Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Way past awesome.
Thank you so much.
Come up to the mic, and boys and girls, this is on YouTube, so you can go back and watch yourself. It's being taped tonight, so you may enjoy that. But I know you have a number of these students that actually, you've been to Atlanta, some other places and all. Could you briefly kind of tell the board and our listeners what other things are going on beyond what they saw tonight?
So throughout the first opportunity of when we just started doing shows in the community level, we were really excited to be asked to perform at the Junior Theater Festival, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. And they have about 115 school groups of about 5 are elementary age, and we are one of the 5 that participate. All of our students that go have the opportunity to perform in front of about 400 of their peers, maybe in a small group setting, and they're adjudicated by Broadway professionals, actors from LA and from New York, and it's an awesome opportunity for them. And as well as that, this year we got a really awesome opportunity. MTI, Music Theater International in New York City, asked us to do a pilot performance of a brand new show that has never been done with kids before. So we piloted Peter Pan Jr., the Mary Martin version, and so our students we're in full costumes, and we worked as a collaborative effort with Bradley Academy and Murfreesboro City Schools and University School of Nashville at Vanderbilt. And the 3 schools worked together to put on 110 students in Peter Pan. So we did about 15 minutes of Peter Pan for approximately 5,000 people. And of course, all the writers of the show were there, all of the music executives. So they had an awesome experience with that. And out of the Junior Theater Festival, our students are selected to do extra things. So some of our students got to perform. They were chosen because they had some things the judges were looking for. And a few of my friends participated in a slam. Can you raise your hand if that was you? My slam participants? Gwyneth? Yes, Gwyneth and Cameron right here. They had 1 hour to learn an entire song in number and then perform it for 5,000 people, and they were amazing. And then they choose 1 boy and 1 girl from each group to be an all-star, and my all-stars were Devin here and Samantha. And so they also had 1 hour to learn a new song, and they got choreography from Stephen Kennedy, who's a Broadway resident choreographer, which is pretty amazing. And from that, they also were both offered to go to New York City this summer and work in a pilot program. And then beyond that, all of the students have opportunities outside of that with community theaters, and they also have opportunities to audition for shows in New York City. And we had 3 that auditioned. They only pick 300 students, and about 1,400 auditioned nationwide. So we did have Carly Perry was selected to go, so she will be in a pilot of Hans Christian Andersen this summer. Oh, and the other one is a 6th grader at Laverne Middle that was in our program that was also selected. Correct? Is that everybody? Yes. So those were just some of the opportunities our students have done, and they've gone on to work in great things. It's kind of excellent with this particular group of children because all of our former students, I have 7 of them that are at the middle school that come back to help, or they're at the high school, or they're at Central Magnet, and they come back to help with makeup or costumes or props. So it's really a community effort that we are very proud of.
I certainly want to echo that community effort aspect because I happen to be aware that many of the costumes that you see, I don't know about Pumbaa there, but many of the costumes are handmade by members of the community. I see some familiar faces out there that I know have shared needle and thread and apparently some crochet hooks too to put these things together. But I also want to highlight that Sharon Stickle, thank you, and as well as Dr. O'Kane, these are both classroom teachers. This is not what they do. They teach a regular classroom, but then over and above have this effort, and it is absolutely inspiring. Children, you did a wonderful job, and I'm so looking forward to having already seen Beauty and the Beast and Peter Pan, and now The Lion King coming up here. We'll share pancakes Saturday morning, right?
Yes. Yes, sir. We're having a pancake fundraiser at the Laverne Civics Rescue Squad. Thank you. The Laverne Rescue Squad from 7 to 11. Pancakes, bacon, coffee, juice, $5. So it's a great fundraiser for us, and we've got some silent auction items the community has donated as well that we'll be auctioning off to help raise funds for us.
The discipline is amazing, and for them to work this routine in such a small space, unfamiliar, and just amazing to me, and just so very talented. So very proud of them.
Thank you. We're very, very proud of them as well.
Let's give them another hand, ladies and gentlemen. You're certainly welcome to stay for the rest of the board meeting. It's pretty interesting stuff, so.
Well, I think the bus is waiting on us. Thank you so much, all, for the opportunity, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to any of us. We'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, thank you so very much.
I was just going to say, I think we've already seen the highlight of the
Yeah, I think so too.
You guys were amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
You, our pleasure.
We'll give them a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
May go down as one of our more fun school board meetings.
They're good.
Makeup at Scar.
Got it in my schedule Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
Scars.
Where is that building?
You know where the Civic Center is?
Is it right on the main drag? No.
Oh, an old
Maybe we need to adopt that
Nashville.
Kuma Matata.
Yeah.
No problems.
It's back in there. I'll send you an address.
I've got the address. Okay.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Okay. I think we're ready for number 9, Mr. Odom.
Before we do, I've got a trivia question for you tonight. Here's the trivia question. From your group of employees sitting at that table over there, one of them is a thespian and was on the stage at Cannon County Playhouse in Dearly Beloved. Now, which one over there do you think might have been the person that did that?
I'm gonna guess Angel McLeod because she can make me believe anything. So she, am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Who do you think?
I don't have a clue.
Who you think? Ms. Barnes? No, not Mr. Zago. Not Mr. Sandby. Would the real thespian please stand up? Would the real thespian please stand up?
Absolutely, my last pick.
Man.
He has a hidden talent there we don't know about. Thank you, Mike. Oh,
Oh, goodness. Okay, that was lighthearted.
okay, let's go to transportation tonight.
Let's do
Mr.
it.
Snell's report. The Transportation Department has proposed to add an active GPS system to the buses, which are under contract with the Rutherford County Board of Education for the school year 2016-17. The GPS system will work in tandem with our Edulog routing software, allowing us to know where all our buses are located as they pick up and deliver students in Rutherford County. In order to be compliant with Article 17 of the Bus Transportation Services Contract, the following addendum is proposed to Section 15.5 will be added and state, active GPS may be required. The board reserves the right to require the contractor, including special education bus contractors, to install an active GPS system on buses used under the contract at the expense of the board. Recommend approval. The motion is to add Section 15.5 to the Rutherford County Board of Education Bus Transportation Services Contract, which states active GPS may be required. The board reserves the right to require the contractor, including special education bus contractors, to install an active GPS system on buses used under the contract at the expense of the board.
We've heard the recommendation.
Second.
Mr. Hodge and Mr. Holliday. We talked about this last night. Further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I think this is a really good initiative for us to know where our students are every moment.
Be very beneficial to parents and certainly to our people on the telephone when they call in, you know, where is the bus, they missed it, or you may have seen some of the legislation too that came out that we can still use radio, but there's and we'll share this with the board a little bit later, that's been signed off on about using any kind of electronic device by bus drivers. It's a very, very stiff law that's passed, come out. You may have seen that, but anyway.
Mr. Snell, good job. Number 10.
Number 10 is a student discipline appeal, and you received that packet, I think, Tuesday evening. The board has been requested to review the March 24, 2016 decision of the Disciplinary Hearing Authority, the DHA, to uphold the remandment of a student from Laverne Middle School to Smyrna West Alternative School. The student was remanded to the alternative school for willful and persistent violation of school rules and disrespect to a teacher. This review is pursuant to the provisions of Policy 6.317. The policy states that the board shall review the record and shall, 1, affirm the decision of the DHA, or 2, overturn the decision of the DHA, or 3, modify a decision of the DHA to a lesser penalty, except in cases of zero tolerance violations, or 4, grant a second hearing, which would be before the board, or 5, deny a request for a board hearing.
Move to affirm the decision of the DHA.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Holliday. Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Ms. Michaels, do we need to do a roll call, or can we just do a voice vote? Okay. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries. The insurance meeting will be Thursday, next Thursday, okay. Mr. Hodge, Chairman Hodge, are they still in session? Do we know?
I don't know.
We're counting the seconds. Anything that you know of that's
Oh,
coming?
just, just looking at D&J when I got here, just reading the online stuff, and it looks like a couple of our senators have spoken on this, the issue at Hobgood. Pretty interesting article. You may want to take a glance at it.
Yes, sir, will do.
More or less, that they want to hear all the facts, and everybody else, before they speak out, need to get the facts. And, pretty good article.
Mr. Chairman, we'll just kind of count it down. I would think that they'll probably want to finish up by this evening, I would hope, anyway. So, Mr. Holliday, Federal Relations.
Nothing to add from our work session on Tuesday.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're at 14, general discussion. Anybody have anything? Of course, this is our third time to be together this week, so we're probably talked out, but if you have anything, this is the time. Mr. Odom, do you have anything to share?
A couple of things to report. James Evans and Pat Renaud presented the Rutherford County Schools Clothing Fund request to the United Way team today. They were at our teacher center, and we had to do Mr. Evans and Mr. Renaud did a presentation for them. And of course, the clothing fund is we used to buy clothing for some of our students who have needs that our counselors and teachers notice. We have helped a little over 300 students, I think, already this year that we do. And so something else that we do for students to help them at school. They even have a little funds that help some that you're about to be going to graduations. And in a few cases, there may be that the shoes the child is wearing or the shirt that's under the gown or something like that may have also been furnished by our people through the clothing fund. So the United Way is very critical to Rutherford County. In fact, well, our employees at Rutherford County Schools were we third or fourth? What were we this year in total contributions?
We were fourth, but let me qualify that a little bit. The three campaigns that beat us are from companies where the company offers a match for their employees. So we were the first, is how I like to say it, that did not have a match from our parent company.
You'd be surprised how many teachers, when they fill theirs out, check the little box for this Rutherford County where you can designate, because they know where it goes and how it's used. So anyway, good presentation. The other thing today, been reading a lot about the 10 Ready test, and they're coming almost every day. Right now, we do not anticipate changing the dates or anything. It's another week, be Monday week, before we would start the 10 Ready assessments. The state's kind of alerted, could something be late? Possibly, but this really, the high schools are pretty well here. Elementary and middle are coming in, like I say, pretty much daily. But right now, we don't anticipate necessarily an issue with them being here on time for the testing. So,
I want to thank the board for welcoming the Roy Waldron drama team in here tonight and for enjoying that performance. Board member Phil King with the Murfreesboro City Schools thinks that Bradley Academy has the best drama in the county. I personally think that Roy Waldron Elementary is the finest elementary production, but I'm certainly biased. We see performances from time to time here in the boardroom, and a lot of times it comes with wall-to-wall parents. What we saw tonight is a handful of dedicated people that are making an incredible impact on children's lives, and this board is supporting that effort with the auditorium stage being added to the gymnasium at Roy Waldron Elementary, and also with the consideration of the fine arts director that can allow for what we inspire in the elementary school to continue into middle school programs and beyond, and these opportunities to not be lost when they graduate from 5th grade on to 6th grade. And I just really appreciate the board allowing this performance this evening, and encourage you to go and see the full production if you can make the time.
One of the things that struck me was again, the discipline, but they were quiet as church mice when they were not performing. They were just so very respectful. I don't know that I've seen that many elementary children together at one time, and just, you know, they just had it nailed, and just so very talented.
This Roy Waldron drama production, they have auditions to qualify for the production, and there are hundreds of students that audition for about 65 or 70 slots that Dr. O'Kane is able to manage in this effort. But then she takes others and works with them in backstage efforts and kind of stage management. She's really doing just an incredible job, and I'm so thrilled to have her as part of the Laverne community.
Pretty amazing.
And they thanked us.
Yes, they did.
Kind of all the way around, should be, I would think. Well, we did, but they thanked us.
Ms. Michaels, did you want me to do a reminder, or did you set that at everybody's place? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Anything else?
Did we mention Central Magnet and they're on the top 100 schools in the country?
They are 133, is that right, from U.S. News and World Report released. They are number 3 in the state of Tennessee for top high schools, and 133 out of, I don't know how many thousand in the United States. But they moved up in their ranking considerably this year. But this is actually data from over a year ago. Much of it is based on AP assessments. So they have a high percentage, you can look at that online, how many take it and how many pass it. Very, very high percentage of students in that case. So I compliment them, send them an email back. I heard a little bit on the news today, but it's quite an honor, to be recognized for that.
Were they not number 4 last year?
They were in Tennessee.
Yeah, in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if we could have used the data from last year. If they'd have had it, they wouldn't have been up another notch in Tennessee, because it lists their enrollment as 1,900 and something, and their enrollment is actually 1,100 and something, 1,190, something like in this report, and they've been about 1,220 or so for a couple of years. So the data goes back a couple of years.
I think we reminded Dr. Ash at graduation last year that we expected him to be number 1. So he seems to be moving in that direction. So okay, well,
So.
we want him to continue to strive then.
It was the only ones in Tennessee ahead of him was the other two magnet schools, I think in Nashville, were the two that picked up.
All right. I think that's it. We're back together again, Ms. Michaels. Okay. All right. All right. Productive week. Thank you, board. Be safe and enjoy the weekend. We stand adjourned.